Hello, Madmakman. 1 2 1 2 mic check. Can you hear me? Thank you for joining. Yeah, again struggle with the shot because we have a butt. This is very big. Camera doesn't go more up, and that's the maximum that I can do. Actually, let me try to adjust it a bit. Good evening, James. Carry on from where we left last night. Hope the sound is okay. So let me know there if the sound is good. So I managed to find some screws for this one last night, for these bridge rectifiers. I hope they are gonna be alright to be mounted over there, or maybe I need longer, I'm not sure. Sound and video, good, right. So I need to have a look if the length of the screw is enough. Here we can have a problem with this wire. So maybe I can do something to this wire. So maybe that one can go there. This one can go stay like that because it's too high, two on the top of each other. And if it stay like that, maybe this one can stay flat over there. Yeah, we're gonna do. Ideally, it was good to stay all flat on, but I'm not going to make drills anymore. If then Visual wants to change the position, I'm pretty sure he can manage to do this, to put it on this position. We are gonna use it at just one hole now here. Hold it in place there, and we should be alright. Then I need to change position to the positive line. So let me open a bit, change position to this one, right back. That we can also put there without problem. I need to cut off this zip ties over there, and then also these two, like that I can handle to move around the wires. So let me get my chopper. Do you have lug crimper? What is that? Maybe I know it, but I don't know that it's called like that. Let me get my chopper from the drawer, and also pliers over here. Because definitely I need to open here these two. This one and this one. And that I can have easy access to wires. Yeah, it's much easier like that to handle these wires. This one and this one. How looks that lug crimper? What do you mention over there? Because maybe I know what it is, but I don't know that it's called it like that. I'm not sure. Right, so let's have a look a bit on these ones, because this one they used to be in before, but I can see this one is telling me this is negative, this is AC, this is positive, and this is AC, but then this one doesn't tell me the pins. So we might need to go to have a look on datasheet to understand the pins of this one. I do see a dot over there that wants to tell us something, but the dot doesn't say what is one of those pins, because it's exactly in the middle. There is a dot over there. I can see that tiny dot over there, but really don't know what is that. Good evening, Vishal. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's finish it, man, because I say. Okay, so let's have a look a bit on two datasheets over here to understand things. Understand few things. So this is the datasheet with what was before on. So is this model KBPC3505. So looks like we stand at 400 volts RMS, and the reverse voltage is that one, and then the bridge input voltage 280 volts. Output current is 35 amps, and peak forward surge current single half sine wave is around 400. So what we are installing is this guy, which good that is telling me the pin out over there. We have the pin out, so I'm gonna need to make sure I'm connecting in the right way. And this one on datasheet is telling us that can do 60 amps, so it's almost twice better than before. And the voltage, where is the voltage over here? Reverse recovery, 400 volts. But actually, where are the voltages that is telling me here? Ah, look on the top. So it's a volt RMS 600 volts. So yeah, it's almost twice than the one that was before. So we're gonna withstand better on stress. So as I say, let's go back to the camera. And how I say, we're gonna go to install it over here and do the connection how shows on the datasheet. So it is to compress the connectors onto the wire of a hydraulic crimping press. No, I don't have such a thing, James. Right. So according with the datasheet, looking with the disc cut on the bottom side, should be here positive, AC, AC, and negative. All right. So let's first put them in there, and then we go to solder the wires. But let me first to see if the screw that I found it yesterday around my things is long enough that I can place underneath the nut. Yeah, there is enough space down there, but I'll need to take out again the bar, mount this one, and then put the bar back. So I'm gonna do like that. There's no chance that I can put something underneath with all these wires. By the way, Visha, because I'm not in the mood anymore to drill holes here, so I'm gonna install it like that, soldering, testing, working good. Then if you might want, you can drill holes and put this one properly with 2 holes attached on this one. Like that, all the bar can act as a heat sink for it. But for 60 amp, I think it's enough also just sitting on one screw over there, because it's double than what was used to be before. So we're gonna withstand on the current better. As I say, if you want, you can drill. I'm not in the mood to make more holes, because otherwise, again, we're gonna lose all the night making holes. Also, as I say, I'm expecting between 9 to 10 Tesco delivery with food that I ordered because today, see, my little boy was fine. He went to school on Friday. He come back from school, already has, again, runny nose. So today was a rainy day outside. So we didn't went to do our normal shopping that we walking in the shop, because we don't want it to take little boy outside with this weather. It was rainy all day and cold. And I say, Friday was fine. He went to school. He come back from school, runny nose. Let me find my bit I need here. Bigger one. Where is the bigger one? Bigger one. Maybe this one. It's too big. Oh, I don't have the bits, because my little boy always go through my screwdriver, and look how many bits he lost me. 1, 2, all those bits he lost me. So this is small, and I'm missing the one that I need. Let me get the other bits, other set of screws, that I have another set of screws. Let's see if here we find the right one we need. I think it's this size. No, this is too big. Maybe this one. Yeah, it's that one. Let me use this one, because it has the handle a bit thicker than that one. I can go underneath. I can press more power on. Yeah. Right. Let's put on the right position. Hold with the pliers underneath the nut, and give a nice tight. That's one. Let's do the same with the other one. But before, let's put back the bar, because we don't need any more the bar. to be open. Madma, come on, I'm alright. I was about to say that I'm not going to do the live tonight because I'm expecting the grocery delivery between 9 to 10. But then I say, well, let me go live. If someone might not like, it is what it is. Where I put the other screwdriver? I just open it in a second. Always, when you have everything not on your desk, you spread around because you don't have space to put this one in a desk. You don't know where you put your tools. I need to open this guy to make space for my other guy over here to tie this. But that's not good. I have positive in that side. Let me see. So I'm gonna have, this is the AC, the blue color one. Blue it will gonna comes here. Blue it will gonna goes there. Positive should come over here. And negative should come over there. Yeah. I don't need to change the position. Can stay like that. Shopping is important. Yeah, because we need to have food for the next week. I need to have lunch box ready every day. My little boy also need to have also his food taken in the school. In the school they are giving him like some fruits and stuff like that, but he needs to have also solid food, right? So that's why we made the shopping online on Friday evening and delivery on Saturday. And all the slots, they were booked. Only in the evening that was available to book some slots. Right, let's do the same also for the other one. Take it out, install the bridge rectifier there. And then bring the soldering iron and solder everything in place. And then put power, measure the voltages, make sure are correct. And then we can see how we can take out that board, this board, change the capacitors if we still have time. So here I might need to move myself in the other side. Can manage to put this washer, the nut. Right. And now I can come in this side to tight from here. Let's put it straight. See how I can catch, I think from this side now. Catch with the pliers, the nut down there. Try to give a little tight on it. Spinning all together. Oh, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Life is always complex, even simple things. Yeah. You need always to try to balance things in your life if you want to get with all of things that you need to do. And then sometimes you need to say it is what it is. Yeah. My head is in the middle, sorry guys, I need to just watch the hole there. Yeah, he's in. Can give a tight on. Good tight. And we should be all right. We should be okay. Okay, so let me put this one there. Good evening, Unibite. How are you? Just going to work, Reggie. We'll be back in a while. No worries. Thank you so much that you pop up at least to say hello. Right, time for soldering. Time for soldering. So again, I need to bring my soldering station down there. I need to move this one a while because I don't have space there. Again. Right. Now I have space over here for my soldering station, so let me grab it. Right. Soldering station ready for action. Changing the bit to the big one from last night, because today I soldered the transistor, the new transistor on the board that was still having the KRELL transistors, and I use a smaller bit, so today I'm gonna use this one. Because I got a little time today just to be on my desk and do bits and pieces. So I did, I soldered the new transistor, the power transistor on. Like that, at least also that part is done. And some soldering. Let me get the power cable over here. Power cable for the soldering station. Soldering station is on. We go to 400 degrees. And as I say, how the datasheet is telling us about this guy, it's telling us positive, AC, negative, AC. So this is our positive. So this means the positive should come here. We're going to solder that one there. Then our IC. Let's start with IC and then we'll do the positive and negative. So IC come there and IC come there. So maybe I can remove them from there. And I can slip them back after I solder inside there. Right. So 400 degree, because here is a lots of metal and we need a lot of heat. So that's good. Can slip this one back there. Then the other one. Okay. Let's also put solder inside that hole. No. Let's put the wire in. Looking good. Where is my tip cleaner over there? CAD. That's the price for that beast on here. Mint condition. Are you look for this one, or because there is more variant on this one? So look what is the original KRELL KSA-100, because then there is 100S, which is smaller than this guy, and there is then KRELL 50, KSA 50. So the price is what I saw in eBay, a second hand on this one is around 3,000 something pounds, almost 4,000 pounds. So maybe that's the price for the KSA S 100S, because the 100S is a bit smaller. All right. Then what I say, this is the positive, and according with the data sheet, this is positive. So we go to solder there. We got some. Right, let's fill up also that hole with the solder. Maybe this negative can go around there, down there, and comes from here and solder there. Like that. So let's start with that one. I need to move myself in the other side of the table. It is what it is when you work with beasts. If my head is in the middle, sorry guys, no options. No options. Let's fill up that hole with a lot of solder. This is a really big hole here. Right. Then heat up the wire and the connector in the same times. And I think it's a good connector there. We do the same also here. Fill up the hole with solder. It's good so far. Let's see how I'm gonna do with this wire. Same. Think I'm gonna put the same like the negative underneath down there, passing through there to be nice, arrange it, and coming from here and slide in there. Right. My head is in the middle, sorry guys. I need to be in that position. So hitting up both of them and push it in. That's solid. So one side is done. Let me have a look over here. 100 watts per channel class A. Yeah, but this one on the paper says that it can go also to 1000 watts per channel into 2 ohm speakers. So that's why. Can handle really low load, this one. Okay, so here we're gonna do the same. So we have negative, which needs to come over there. Yeah. Yeah, so better if I do the same before. So passing the wire underneath down there. Like that. And then coming from there, this one also be great to pass it underneath. Like that. From there, a dia. Come from here and put it in. Solder in there. Yeah, we can manage that. This one we're going to manage there. Then we have our AC that come here and AC there. So let's start with this one. I will send the link. You can judge by yourself. It looks the same. I don't know if they're gonna let you YouTube to put links. It's not up to me. I can't handle that one. It's YouTube that doesn't let links on comments. Try to add it, but I'm not sure it will gonna allow YouTube. It will gonna take it down straight away. Try to add it. Then I can let me do all this soldering. Then we can have a look a bit on internet about description of this amplifier. Let's see what is actually, because I say when I read a few things about it, it says like that can handle low loads and a lot of watt power. Let me finish the soldering and we're gonna have a look on the manual of this amplifier to understand things. Hey, back, come on. That sleeves can be there. Let's finish this soldering, and then we can look a bit on internet, on Google. Okay. That's done too. Blob of solder fall down. Let me take it from there. Now, let's do this positive. This hose is taking lots of solder, man. Taking lots of solder, this hose. That should be all right. Let's fill up the last one. And we are done over here with the power supply soldering everything around. We're gonna give a try. Then we're gonna have a look on the internet about the manual of this guy. And we're gonna see what's happening. Alright, so let me make sure here is off. Let me connect the power cable to it. So power cable is in. And watch out. 3, 2, 1. Make it boom. Oh, we're gonna work. So I am pressing the button. So we have fan spin, all the relay engaged, 3 relays, 1, 2, 3. So nothing explode, no sparks, no nothing. So let's measure now a few voltages around. So let's have a look on few voltages around over here. So we're looking to the wide multimeter because it's the one that I can move around here. So we're looking on that one and measuring the DC voltages. Let's have a look. So this is our ground, the bar. And then we have the positive over here, which we have a 58.98. And then no, that's the negative. And then we have the positive in this side over here, which is 58.84. So better than yesterday, right? Yesterday was 60 something and then 55. So it's a balanced now, right? Whoever was last night here on live stream, we can see the difference. We can see all the difference. Now we have a power supply that acts how should be. Balanced, so ground, we measure again. This is positive. So 58.6. Forget about the next number. So 58.7, let's see. And the negative, 58.8. So only 10 millivolts, 100 millivolts, that's okay. It's not bad. But to have like 10 volts difference, that's really bad, like how was yesterday. Let's measure the other power supply. So ground, this is our positive over here. So we have same, equal, like there, 58.7. Forget about the next number, it's not that much important here. And then the negative, 58.9. So yeah, 100 millivolts over there is not any problem. So this is the positive, 58.8, negative 59. Here we have like 200 millivolts because it's also about the capacitance of the, that's why I was trying yesterday to measure them to try to balance them, but no chance any multimeter to measure for almost 50,000 microfarads. Voltage out 0 volt. Yeah. So when you have a really balanced power supply, positive and negative against the ground, we're gonna help you to have a really less DC offset on the speaker output in 0. So yeah, so far so good. So far everything working how should. Not like the other capacitors and the other rectifier that was having a problem, the unbalanced voltage of 10 volts between positive and negative. And if we're measuring between negative and positive total, have a look how many volts we have. We have 117 volts over there. And over here, 118 volts. So it's a very danger zone. If you touch with the finger there, so I switch it off. And now I should discharge them because those powers were gonna stay there until tomorrow. If I come tomorrow, measure also tomorrow I have that voltages over there. Because these capacitors are new, fresh. We're gonna hold the power. Thank you so much, Mad Macman. It's very hard to pronounce that name. Yeah, so I'm happy that the power supply now is working how should work a power supply for an amplifier. I should get that resistor again out and discharge the capacitors. Today I was looking on few stuff in boxes and I come across of 5 watts resistor, 65 ohms, so that one will be more better than the one that I used last night. Let me see if I can find it again. I wanted to put it aside because I know that I'm gonna need it today. But I check it back in the box, so I don't know in which box I saw it today. I have lots of boxes with lots of stuff. So look here, BIOS programmer, thin wires for delicate works. Few boards, bits and pieces down there. But that resistor is not in this box. Okay, let's go to the next box. Here what we have. Here are some zip ties that maybe we're gonna need it later to arrange those ones when it's everything finished. Have a look, I found them. 5 watts, 62 ohms. So yeah, these are my resistor to discharge the capacitors. Let me get again those cables that I used last night as well. And let's discharge this capacitor because it's a danger. Touch them 100, almost 120 volts. That's dangerous. So let's use these resistors to discharge them. Right, so let's get to the first capacitor over there. Let's discharge also this one. Let's discharge also this one. Oh, smoking. Have you can see the smoke? Smoking the resistor. And it's power off. I don't have even the cable plugged in anymore. I was smoking that resistor. I don't know if you spotted the smoke, but I was smoking definitely. Look again. Again smoking the resistor. Let's go again a bit through all of them. All right. Let's give a quick measurement again. So watch out the measurements. We still have power over here. So we have only 1 volt left in this one. Here we have 1 volt. Here we have 1 volt. Here we have 1 volt. It's fine. So it's fine. Let me have a quick look on the window if to see if my shopping is here by any chance. Nothing over there. Right, so I say the next I'm gonna try to get these boards out from here. Try to change these capacitors over there because they're very old and definitely are dried. Same I'm gonna do with the other board over there. And then on this one, I think Vishal, I forgot to give you the value of the capacitors. If I don't have nothing in stock, I think you are handyman to do the. You have only two capacitors over there, axials, and I'm pretty sure I forgot to give you the value of those ones because that was also my error. I didn't check them. I didn't take that board to have a look on them. And that one is not a critical problem because it doesn't have nothing to do with the audio. This is just a soft start. This one just help the amplifier when you turn on to don't get the shock of current inside the amplifier. Let pass the power through these big resistors over here, and once slowly build up all the power inside the transformers, then the relay cut off the resistors and let straight away the power from the mains to come to transformers. So that doesn't have nothing to do with the audio signal or something like that. So that one is just a circuit that it's keep more safety to power on this beast, like let the power to come inside the amplifier slowly, like gradually going up on the stairs. And once it's reached the top of the stairs, cut off the resistance and let straight away to get the power through the main. So that's nothing to do with the audio. So even if I don't change the capacitor, it's not a big deal on that one. That's nothing. Everything what has to do with audio is this, because if this smoothing capacitor and power supply is not okay, you can build hum or hiss or noise in the amplifier on the audio. This one also, if the capacitor are not good, they might not engage if there is DC voltage present on the speaker, and we're gonna blow up your speakers if in case of any critical happen. So yeah, this is more important. This is not that much important. But I say, if I don't have those capacitors, Vishal is handyman and he will gonna do it. He needs just to open 2 screws down, take the board out, read the values, and he can order, because definitely I forgot about those ones, man. I forgot to give you the list of those ones, Vishal. Hope you got some beer in the shopping. No, I don't get. I have one, but I forget to put it on the fridge, and I don't know. Drink it like that. I have a Corona around here at home, but it's not in the fridge. And to drink like that, Corona not cold. Let me see if I have space on the congelator. Keep it there maybe for 30 minutes, and then I can drink it. And maybe in the time that they get the beer get cold, can take off those boards. So give me a second. Right, the beer is in the congelator. And now let me see how I can take off these boards. Like that I can change these capacitors, and once it's changed this capacitor, then I'm not sure if tonight I can install the amplifier in place, but maybe on the next stream. We're gonna see Monday maybe, or Tuesday, depend how things are going. But while I'm here, ouch. Right. Here I have the bit, so I can use this one. What is underneath? Yeah. That's the one. Good evening, Undergrove. Buonasera. Who else is new over there? No problem. He needs whiskey. Yeah, it will be good to have some whiskey. I don't have whiskey. I have just beer. Let's get the board out. Let's get the capacitor changed. So, to get off from the power, I need to desolder 2 wires over there, and I can get the board on my hands. Won't be there. So yeah, let me desolder those 2. I'm gonna change back now to the other one. because there is no more heavy stuff to solder. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna, because there's more people that they join later, I'm gonna remind you again. So anytime soon, I should have delivery, Tesco delivery, like grocery shopping. So I hope you don't mind that I'm gonna not be here to fix things for a few minutes, maybe half an hour, something like that. Let me just desolder these wires. Did I turn it on? No. And that I can handle the board better. I'm changing those capacitors, soldering back the wires and put it back. I need the tweezers. Where I put the tweezers? Because that wire is short, so I don't want to burn my fingers. Right. So that's the board. Let me find where are the capacitors. My capacitor should be here in this box. Let me find them. Let me find them. Yeah, should be those ones. All right, so what we have here? So we have 47 100 volts axial. So let me find those ones. No, this. So we have those one, 47 100 volts axial over there. Let me try something on my, see which one is the best. Best quality video. Standard, portrait, dress. I think this one is the one that looks better. Right, so we're gonna change that guy with one of these, and the other one is for the other board. So that one it's almost double inside in size than this one. So let me see where I need to bend this these leads, somewhere there. Somewhere there. And somewhere there. Who will join? So Undergirl say he meant freezer. Yeah, in congelator, to understand everybody. Like that it's getting cold fast. And I can have a glass of beer. Just a second, guys. I'm bending this, both of them like that is already bended for the other board. Okay, I bended both of them. Ready for the other board as well. So, oh, let me bring also toothpicks. Well, let's do like that. I'm gonna ask you guys, shall I use the toothpick technique or shall I use my desoldering station? Let's see what you prefer to see. Desoldering station or toothpick? Die, quick. Wires a little close to the soldering iron, man. Which one? This one? I have here something that I will not let coming. I have this bar here that holding in place. Don't worry. No, I move it. So die. Guys, tell me what you want. Desoldering station to desolder those ones? Or shall I use the toothpick method? Let's see. What you prefer? Toothpick. Anyone other preference? Toothpick or desoldering station? Toothpick. Okay, toothpick we do. So let's get off this one. Let's start with that guy. Let me get some solder on my... Where is the solder? Here. Solder on my solder iron there. Right. Because do better heat transfer. See? Now I can feel the capacitor wants to move. Right, that is out. So because here where there is no mark on the PCB, let's make sure this is our positive pin, this is negative. So that's our negative and this is our positive, so it will gonna be there. Right, this is out. Let's make the holes with the toothpick. The holes are made, and I say positive was in this side, so the negative is there, and the positive is in here. I might need to try to put from this side the toothpick in. Let me put from this side the toothpick in. Okay. Little clean. And alright, I said that the positive should be on this side. And positive is in there, yeah. This one is the positive. Make sure it's staying there. The board. A die. And let's quick solder. Got the excess leads. That's in. Next, let's do the 47. 470 there. So this one it will gonna be for the other board over there. Where is the 470? This one is 470 35 volts. I think that's the one that I need. This one is 220. So 220 there, 220 there. Yeah, this one is 470. So 470. So one it will gonna be for that board, and one it will gonna take the place of that guy. So positive is in that side. So let me get this one, because these boards are not marked on the board. They don't have a seal screen. So we're gonna make a point where the positive goes. Positive goes in there. And let's get them out from there. Don't tell me you have the pins bended, man. Oh no, it's gonna be hard to get out this one from here. Have the pin bended, man. The pin's bended, man. Quite hard to get it up. The pins are bended. Oh, it's out. Okay, let's make the holes. Let's make the holes. And I say the positive is in this side. It goes in. Let me just solder this one. I'm gonna have a look in the chart, guys. Now let me just give a straight push on, and it's like when you reflow SMD. Make sure it's in the right place. Yeah, better. And let's have a look the chat what says. What did I miss? So you missed the measurements of the power supply that working really nice now. There is no more like last night I had here 10 volts unbalanced voltage between positive, ground and negative. Here I have like 5 volts unbalanced voltage. Now voltages are okay. tell you that there is sound on the. I think I touched by mistake. I touched the button and I put mute. Sorry, because I don't have space where to put things, and I think I put the things on the top of the remote and touch that button. So sorry, guys. For how long I was muted? Huh? For how long I was muted? Huh? How long I was muted, guys? 4 or 5 minutes. Sorry, guys, I didn't notice. I think when I put the things here, I touched that button. Touch that button. Thank you so much, Laptop Please, to call me. No one was thinking to give me a call to let me know. Oh, sorry, I might touch that button because I have a mute button over here. I didn't look on my OBS to see how it's going. I think we are back, no normal. Okay, let me try to see how I can solder back that short wire there. All right. One thing is good on this tweezer, what I have here, that they lock and they keep the wire locked on them. And I don't need to think about that. The board is moving, so let me try other option in order that this board is staying there without moving. Stay there. And then the wire. Now maybe I can do it. Yeah. Let's try. That one is okay. Let's solder the other one. It goes like that. Why? I cannot manage to get the hole there. Where is the hole? Ah, because the hole. Man, I cannot find the hole there. There you are. Ah, you are there. Ah. Awkward positions to solder a wire. Very awkward. Very awkward position to solder this wire there. And why the hole is so tiny and the wires is really thick? The wire come out from that hole. So how it was possible from the beginning that they managed to put that thick wire in that tiny hole? How they managed on the factory? Look, the wire is twice thicker than that hole. I think I need to chop it and remade it. Yes, it's very thick, this one. Will never go like that in. You'll never go a thick wire like that on a tiny hole like that one. Still, how they made it on the factory? How they made it on the factory? Really weird. Hmm. Really weird. All right. Stay there. Now I'm gonna solder you from this side. That's done. Solder probe over there. Let's take them out. Take out the solder probe over there. Right. Sorry again, guys, for the sound. I didn't notice that one. They attached teeth wires to the small board before installing it, then flush them through. Ah, so that's what they did. Good evening, Squish. Good evening, Carter. Well, I should get the. Should be here by 10, my Tesco delivery. Looks like they are not here. Let me have a look on the email that they sent me, because they sent me email. One sec, guys. Okay. Confirmation. Say that is on his way. Between 9 to 10 p.m. Says that the driver is on the road. We're gonna be reach here by 10:06. So let's have a look. Now we're gonna be busy just to get my grocery in. Okay, so this one is done. Let's install it back. Let's install it back there. And then we're gonna do the other board. Then we're gonna do the other board. Oh, I need the other screw tighter. This is too wide. Too wide and I can't use it there. So I need that tiny bit. It is this one. Yes, this one. See, this one is too thick and I can't go next to the relay. Where is gone? This screwdriver is thinner, so I can go better in. Right. Now, I turn around to be the board next to me because I don't know how to solder in that direction. So again, lifting heavy things. 1 second, guys, because I need to have space over here. Because turning around this one is not an easy job. Right? Okay. Okay. Let's get ready for it. Because this one, it's heavy. Crazy heavy. Crazy heavy. Yeah. Oh man. It's heavy, man. Liftings. You fix your door yet? Are you talking with me? Which door? Fly. Maybe I have a fly around here because of the plants of my wife over there. I have lots of plants over there. If you might see any fly around, there isn't. It's coming from these plants over there. What I can do? My wife, she loves plants. I have plenty of plants over there, like flowers and stuff like that. If you see any flies, maybe they're coming from there. Right, let's get also this one done. Good evening, PCDD Repair. We're almost finishing with this guy. We almost finishing with this guy. Right, let's do the same also here. Desolder those wires first. Maybe better if I heat up from here and I desolder them. That's one. This one should be the second one over here. Right. Let's start with this one first, with the axial one. Some solder. That's out. Positive is in this side. Here is the positive. One second, just to solder that one in place over there. While I'm here, let's make the holes for those wires. And I say the positive should be on that side. That's the positive over there. Okay, let's solder this one in. I think I might bridge it two things over there. Where is my cleaning tip? I have a look if I bridge it or is a bridge over there. It's really wet. Why they left that hole there? It's not, I don't bridge it, nothing, but it's weird. Why they let a hole over there, not making a full PCB and coming with a wire like that, capacitor, and coming here and then having also here the trace that goes there. That's really weird. That's why I was thinking that I bridge it, but it's not bridged. It's like that. It's like that. See also here. It's like that. The PCB there with the wire, with the hole over here. Why they make it like that, I don't know. That's why I was thinking I bridge it, but looks like it's made it like that, the PCB. What's the reason to have that hole there, not full PCB trace? It's quite weird. Okay, let me also do the holes from this side, is better. Because the wire needs to go in from this side. And if I make the holes from this side and that side, it's gonna be more helpful for me to push the wire in. Right. We have a look on the window. Oh, that's really weird. Never happened like that, that the grocery to don't show up. I think it's here on time. I saw it. It's here on the gate. It's coming, passing out through the gate. So guys, uh, let me do this one quick with the grocery delivery. Get the stuff in, and then we're gonna carry on. I hope you don't mind. I already announced it from the beginning that I'm gonna have this interruption on my live stream, and I hope no one mind about it. Extra whole bonus. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I squish. This one has really lots of power. Let me finish also this board. Then we're gonna have a look on the manual about this one. You're gonna see what is the capability of this one. And you join later. You didn't see that I measured the power supply. Now is working. How should work the power supply of amplifier? And I say while it's here on the table, let me change the capacitor on the speaker protections, because this one are speaker protections circuits. In case of my amplifier put any DC voltage on the output speaker connection over there, this one we're gonna switch off the speaker, so they were gonna disconnect the speaker from there. So it's good to have fresh capacitor like that. It will gonna act fast. And yeah, this capacitor that I used to have before, they quite old. So yeah, let me guys get my shopping, that the driver is here down up on the flat, and then I'm gonna carry on. I hope you don't mind, and I'm gonna be in a minute back. Alright guys, I'm back and I have also a beer. Right. And I noticed that my camera went a bit weird. So 1 second to adjust here. Few things. Where are you? Right. I need to do this one. Right. Now we are in the normal way because my soldering station is in this side. Hello back. Yeah, I'm back. And I can open a beer. Was a quick. Just because Friday so Monday no Monday, when Tuesday my little boy was feeling bad and we went to hospital again with him. Then we keep him at home on Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday, and then just yesterday we send him to nursery again. And in the evening when he come back from the nursery, already had runny nose, and today was raining outside and really bad weather. Because usually we are walking in the store to do our shoppings, to choose whatever we like. But we saw that the weather is like that, and Friday he was feeling bad. We say we did online shopping like that, is delivery home. So sorry for that. I don't have other option. Where is my screwdriver? See, always I cannot find it. Because that's my opener, a screwdriver. Let's have a glass of beer first and then finish this 3 more capacitor to swap. Screw it back in place. And I think we're gonna finish like that this stream. And we're gonna come back with the next stream when I'm gonna install the amplifiers in. Actually, we're gonna also turn it on again to make sure that the relay is engaged after I change the capacitors. Because maybe they will not engage. And thanks again to Laptop Fix that called me to tell me that the sound was off. For some reason I touched by mistake the button on the remote control of the camera. My god, it's very cold. I keep it on the freezer and the congelator. Very cold. Wow. Right. Let's carry on where we left. So I was trying to get out the 470 microfarad. Is this one over here. Some solder always do good. Let's put some solder over there. They have bended pin and it's hard to get it out, you know. That, come on. Ooh, bended pin, man. Oh, man, it's like welded. It's not soldered, this capacitor there, is welded. Finally. Finally out. Finally out. Now we can put the new one in. So 200, this is the 470. 470 gonna goes in this way. Let's give a solder. Let's give a push on the capacitor. Stay flush on the board. Yeah, that's better. Now let's see how I'm gonna get off these big ones. So this one we know the positives are one in this side, one in the other side. This one again is very hard to get them out because the way how they solder the factory, they bend the pins. Okay, that's one. Let's get also the other one. Right, we're out of there. Let's remake the holes. And we come in with these new ones, Nichicon, all these good quality capacitors. So I say the positives are on the one opposite to other. So that's one, and this is the second one. Okay, can solder also these ones in place. Okay, push on them. Some alcohol and brush. There's brush there. Okay. So now try to solder back these wires. Let's try to see. we can manage to solder them back. It's a bit hard because I need another hand to hold my board. It's really awkward to work in this place over there. This cable is so hard to bend it. Where are my tweezers? Because this wire is quite short and I need to try somehow to bend it in there. Try to fit it in there. Yeah, I need to try to fit it in there. Or I can solder it like that, it's the same. Yeah, let's solder it like that. It's not necessary to go through the hole. I'm gonna try to see if I can push it through the hole. If not, I'm gonna try to solder there how we can. Why you are so short? They couldn't make you just a little bit longer. Only a little bit longer if they could make you. Let's see, I'm gonna try. Otherwise I'm gonna just solder there on the pad and leave it there. Went halfway in, halfway out. Still good. Let's give a solder also from this side. And try to solder the other one. Same. The wire is always thicker than the hole. I don't know how they manage to do that. Let's try. Yes, will not work like that. I need to chop the wire. This one I can't chop it because it's longer. And push it through the hole in. Yeah, only like that we can do. I did the same on the other side. Only if I cut and I remake the wire without having solder on, when I remake the hole, push it in and then solder. Like only like that I can push it in. If it's not in it. And then I can solder and it's thinning by itself when it's soldering. Only like that we can do here. That's the unique way how you can do this. And I believe it's alright. Need a bit of clean on this one. Definitely. Right, let's put it back and then give it a try. Where it needs to run from there. Have a look underneath to make sure we have enough clearance. Yeah, there is enough clearance underneath. Transistors come back to straight position. So here, a little dedusting a bit. And once I put the screws, then I'm gonna have a look a bit on the chart. I didn't have the chance to have a look. Give me just a sec, guys, and I'm gonna have a look a bit on the chart. Once I have these screws in. Because again, I need to turn it all the way around because power is in this side. Power is in this side. So the cable is in this side, so I need to turn over. So again, lifting this heavy beast. Okay, let me just clear a bit my table first. Get rid of everything what is here. Because I have lots of these extra lids of the components which I soldered it in. Let me get them off from here. Now I'm gonna turn it around to power in the other side. And we're gonna test again. Make sure the relays are engaging. But I said that I'm gonna have a look a bit on the chat. Okay, what I left over there so far. Let me have a look. Let me have a look what I left so far. I can't scroll through it. I don't know why. Why I cannot scroll to go more up? Something wrong. Why I cannot scroll over there? I cannot go more up. I don't know what's going on. Let me see on my laptop over here. I can go. So CPU are like CPU. That's not what I was doing. Good evening, HF Pilot. And no, I haven't replaced it. It goes replace my iPhone check and backboard as you have. There is nothing addressed to me, right? 80s versus 2022s. All right. Cheers, guys. Let me take it off because I need to turn it all the way 180 degrees. These wires are that goes to be soldered on the speaker output from the amplifier, which are sitting over there. So that's why they are flying around over there. Let me take it off and turn it over. Man, heavy lifting, heavy lifting. I can zoom in. What's going on with my camera? It's doing by itself today whatever he want. Did it put on AI? Yeah, auto framing. That's why I was doing by itself whatever he want. All right. Zumo. Yeah, man, this one is very heavy, man. Unibite was still gong out of the smoker rotch. Dressing is made. The little minus is gutting, dripping veggies. All is good. Yeah, it seems like a zoom. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was also the IE button pressed and he's doing by itself reframing and framing. Okay, let's power on to make sure the relays are engaging. And I think for tonight, we done it. We're gonna have another stream when I'm gonna install everything in the amplifiers. Right, so put your bets in. Is making boom or is working how should? I should start pressing the power button, which is over here in this side. So put your bets in. Is making boom or is doing what should do? So I need to hear these two relays that engaging. So squeeze says is working. Any other bets, guys? Aye. Working, but I hope for boom lol. It's not doing boom, man. I did a good job. You don't come from the beginnings. If you have time to rewatch it, the beginning part when I did all the soldering here, when I installed these bridge rectifiers, and we're gonna measure again the voltages to show you because you was here last night and you saw the voltages that was before yesterday, and you're gonna see now how are balanced proper good. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I heard the relay engage it. Did these are engaged? I didn't notice. Let me switch it off to notice if they engage or no. Right. So are in the other side. Let me turn on. The big one engaged. But these two, why they are not engaging? I don't heard yet to engage these ones. So they should engage also these ones. Let me see if that one engage or no. Because I can see also the movement. So this one is definitely engaged. I can see movement on. Turn on. That one engaged. I don't see movement here. Turn on. That one definitely engaged. I can see movement, but this one doesn't have a movement. So we don't finish yet. I need to take it out to understand what's going on. I put my screwdriver. We take the power. And I need to drain the capacitors because look, I take the power and let me show you how many volts we have in that capacitors there. God knows. Have a look. Ground, negative, 57, positive, 57, which is balanced good, negative 57, positive 57, which is balanced good. So we have a total voltage between proper negative and positive, 114 volts there, and another 114 volts there. But this one is not engaging. Why? Why? Capacitors are on the right place. So. Oh. I think I did a mistake, man. Yeah, I know why it's not engaging. I put it opposite that capacitor. Yes, I didn't pay attention. I don't mark the PCB. But now I need to discharge those capacitors. Well, where is my discharged resistor? Yeah, I noticed I put it this one. I put it on the wrong polarity. Let me just desolder and solder back, but let me discharge these capacitors because we have 120 volts almost over here. Oh no, why I don't mark? See, I was thinking that I remember from my head. On that board that I did it first, I marked the positive and negative. But here, on this one, I don't mark. This one is not engaging. And it should engage. Let's have a look. What's wrong with it? No, it's not engaging. Yeah, it's in the opposite. Because here is negative, and negative should be to the transistors, and the transistor is positive. See? Even me, I did mistakes sometimes. Because this is what happen when you work with old types, that they don't have the PCB, modern PCB on, that everything is marked up, positive, negative of the capacitor. So let me see if I can manage to do it like that without desoldering those two wires. Because I'm not in the mood yet to desolder also these wires over here. Take out the capacitor only and then turn it all the way 180 degrees. Also try to resolder this wire also on this side, because these boards, I don't think so they have vias, because they're old ones, so the via make the wire. So yeah, this one I need to take off that capacitor, turn it over 180 degree. Okay, okay. Gonna get my tweezer. And I think I'm gonna manage to do it. So just grab it there. Right, it's out. Let's grab it also from there. Come out. Right. It's out. Man, when I'm not working on my working bench, I don't know where I'm putting things, man. Where is my cleaning tip? When I'm working on my bench, I have everything arranged fine, but now I'm working in a different table. And I need to spread all my tools around and I'm not sure where I put them. Okay, let's make the holes back where the capacitor goes. Make sure this time we are putting on the right position. That's one hole made up. There's the second hole made up. So I say that the negative goes to the transistors. And the negative is this side. Negative is this side. Okay, I'm gonna hold in place there my finger and try to resolder the pins. Okay, get some solder. One pin is done. Let's do the other one. Right. Now the capacitor is in the right position. Let's make sure that this wire is not touching nothing underneath there. Something down there. Not for me. All right. Okay, so we're gonna just only let them sit there, because if it's something that still doesn't work, I need to understand why. I didn't notice on the beginning if it was engaging. I was hearing the relay engaging, but I don't pay attention if this one was engaging from the beginning. Maybe now we discover that also that one has an issue. Let's have a look. So power in, turn on now, sit well there. Okay, I heard there, but I don't think so this one. Now it's engaging also, see? Also me, I do mistakes sometimes, man. Now it's engaging the relay. I can see movement. So if I turn on, now engaged. Let me check also that one engaging. Yeah, engaging all three. Good. You can put the screws back now. And we can call it done. We can call it that is done. Nah, my screw is not magnetic. My screw is not magnetic, man. I need to go with the finger down there. Now is engaging. And like that, everybody will learn today how important is the polarity of the capacitor to put it on the right place. You see, just one capacitor was put it upside down, not on the right polarity, and the circuit doesn't work how it should. And I did mistake also. I'm not perfect neither. I didn't pay attention when I put it in. The arrow of the capacitor, because you have a marked negative and then an arrow pointing which pin, so I don't pay attention to the arrow, and that's why I get it wrong on inside the circuit. A big explosion of tools all over. Yeah, man, I have tools all over. So look, I have here, this side I have these, I have these, I have this one, this, the soldering wire. Then in this side I have these multimeter, soldering station. Then another small table where I have my keyboard and mouse from my main computer. I have these. I have all the parts which I take out from the amplifier. So I'm gonna put them on the one bag. Here we go. All the old parts that they come out from here. Also the old broken rectifier bridges, because that's why last night the voltages was not correctly on the power supply. Still have 4 capacitors that needs to go on the amplifier boards. The extra which I added because I added whatever I had in stock, but Vishal wants to have original Nichicons on, so he ordered 4 for that one. This one needs to go on the board, amplifier boards. And here I still have all the bolts to fit in the amplifier on another stream, because there is no more time now. It's already 11 o'clock. My wife should come in any minute now. And I still have screwdrivers there, screwdrivers there, screwdrivers there. Yeah, over the place tools. It's alive, yeah. We're gonna see on the next stream when I'm gonna install also the power amplifiers here, where the fan spinning to cool down the power transistors. We're gonna connect the speaker. This is the speaker. I'm gonna solder back the speaker wire. Here, where is this jumper wire that I have here? We're gonna put back the thermal couplings that reading the temperature on the heatsink. So if the heatsink gets too hot, cut off the power. We're gonna connect here the power for the amplifier, so positive, negative, and ground. Same as there, the other power amplifier, positive, negative, and ground. Gonna hook up some speakers. We're gonna see how it sounds, and if the time allows, on the same stream, we're gonna do some oscilloscope measurements, and if the oscilloscope measurements looking good, we're gonna pass to do also the spectrum analyzer measurements. If the time allows, that's on the next. Or otherwise, it will gonna be another live streams on this one. One to put the amplifier in, test the audio sound if it's working good, and another live stream with measurements like oscilloscope measurements to see the maximum power that can deliver this guy, and then on the spectrum analyzer we can see how it's standing on distortion. We are looking for very low distortion, because the sound with the distortion, I don't think so everybody likes. So everyone is looking for a sound with no distortion at all. Good night, laptop freaks. Have a good one. Also, me, I'm closing now because I say any minute now my wife should come at home from work. I was thinking she's off today, but at the end they call her to come at work because some other stuff they looks like they call sick and they needed someone to cover the evening. My little boy is sleeping like an angel. I put him before sleeping. And everything looking good. So any question for me on the chat? Bye, Tony. Okay, have a good one. Mad Macan, I heard. 8-bit repair, noapte bună. Good night, BIOS. The owner will do that. I don't know what do you mean, the owner. Okay, guys, who is still here and stay with me until the end, I really appreciate and hope to see you soon. I say, or Monday or Tuesday, installing same time like always, 8:30, depend of how I'm getting busy in the evening with my little boy to make him sleep and stuff like that. And we're gonna see fully assemble it, how it's doing, because now it's only half, so only the power supply and with the protection circuits are working in how should be. Now we're gonna see when we put this guy in, if everything will gonna work how should. And until the next one, guys, I wish you all of you a nice weekend and see you Monday or Tuesday. Bye-bye.